Hello guys, this is Ben Spurs 21 here, back with another video for you. Sorry I've been away for a little bit, but I'm back, and the Premier League has returned, and Spurs have won again. A 3-2 win away at Newcastle today, in a game that had a little bit of everything, in more ways than one. Before I go any further, I must note the medical emergency that occurred in the game when a Newcastle fan had to be treated. And thanks to the quick reactions and thinking of the players on the pitch, I think it was Sergio Reguilon, who was one of the first to point out to the referee Andre Arena that a fan was in difficulty in the stands, and then the Newcastle club doctor ran across the pitch to the other side of the stadium with the defibrillator to help the fan, who we later found out his condition stabilised in hospital, and obviously it's great news that it seems like it's going to, the fan will be okay, which obviously is wonderful news. Onto the game itself, obviously the story of the Newcastle takeover from Saudi Arabia's investment firm, of course that's been the story going into the weekend, not just with our game, but football in general. Which left us in the predicament of, in a way, writing the story. We either give them the dream start or we give them a nightmare start. And, well, I guess you could say we kind of gave them both in different ways. The team was the same team that beat Aston Villa, Hugo Lloris, the back four with Sergio Reguilon, Eric Dyer, Christian Romero and Emerson Royal. Oliver Skipp and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg as the pivot and the attacking quartet. Tanguy Ndombele, Lucas Moura, Heung-Min Son and Harry Kane. Of course, it was very heavily rumoured that Son had tested for COVID a couple of days ago. However, the club informed us today that, in fact, it was false positives, and the fact that everybody was okay, which is obviously a huge relief, especially for somebody as key as Son in our team. When I say we give them the dream start, that is basically in the game. That's what happened. Just over a minute, I think it was. Cross comes in from the right hand side. Callum Wilson somehow gets completely missed by all the Tottenham defenders. Nestles a header into the bottom corner to make it 1-0, and obviously in the stadium, obviously due to how the fans were going to react, obviously the news, they've been dying for this for such a long time. You think, are the players just going to feed off this and carry on? But credit to the lads. We stuck at it. We didn't start panicking. We controlled the ball very well. Worked our way back into it. Got the equaliser. Lovely work from Reguilon. Through it to Ndombele just inside the penalty box. Uses a cell as almost like a wall and fires his shot perfectly into the net to make it 1-1. Then 5 minutes later, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg dinks a lovely pass over the top of the Newcastle back line. And who's there to finish it, to dink it over the keeper? But Harry Kane. His first Premier League goal of the season, off the mark at long last. It's a huge relief for us. I'm sure it's a huge relief for Harry as well. And yeah, hopefully now, as far as he's concerned, normal service is resumed. Then we had the emergency with the fan, which occurred just before half time, so the play was suspended for about 20 minutes. Then we came out and finished the first half. About 2 minutes after we'd restarted, it's a lovely work from Lucas Moura, feeds it to Kane, scores it off for Son, who taps it into the empty net to make it 3-1 before half time. And second half was more of the same. We controlled well. We should have put the game away earlier. Kane had a good chance. Lucas had a lovely opportunity as well. And, it's all cruising along, and then we do have a slight hiccup at the end where Newcastle won a free kick and they floated in, and Eric Dyer, trying to head it clear, heads it onto either his stomach or his knee or whatever, and it bubbles awkwardly and leaves Hugo with no chance, and it somehow ends up in the net. But it was just a hiccup in the end, and we saw the game out to win 3-2. And after a very difficult few games in September, we've come back a crucial win against Villa before the break, and now we've come back and, with all the focus on Newcastle, we've been able to make it back-to-back victories, and we're up to 5th now, which, given how many Spurs fans have said the season's been a disaster so far, maybe it's not as bad as we think. But either way, it's good to get back from internationals with everyone fit, looking healthy, and with a win as well. Excellent news, especially with the fixtures we've got coming up, especially next Sunday. Of course, it's London derby away at West Ham, which is always interesting to say the least. Overall, very, very decent. What did you guys make of the game? Leave all your thoughts down in the comments section below. As I said, guys, sorry I've been away for a couple of weeks, but glad to be back. Thank you for watching, guys. I've been Spurs 21. I'll see you soon, and as always, come on, you Spurs!